Hi creatives, how you all doing? Greetings from my end. And on today's tutorial, I'll be sharing with you how to make a Caribbean dress with 2 steps. Okay, I believe you'll be very much interested in this tutorial. It's a bustier dress with an off-shoulder puff sleeve. If this sounds like what you're interested in, then you have to stick around to the end. If you've not subscribed to the channel, consider doing that because you will have no regrets. Here on the channel, I share lots of easy to understand and detailed sewing tutorial videos that you will definitely be learning from. So without wasting much of your time, let's get right into the video. To make this gorgeous Caribbean gown with a bustier and of course an off-shoulder puff sleeve, I'll be putting you through the whole process of taking the shoulder contouring just as I'm doing here, and also how to use this to modify into a raglan or off-shoulder puff sleeve. I'll be teaching you the quantity of fullness you'll be needing for your puff sleeve and how to make this beautiful puff sleeve and much more. This I will be doing with 6 yards of Ankara fabric, and I used about 5.5 yards, yes, of this Ankara for this beautiful dress. So to do this, I first started by measuring the shoulder measurement divided by 2. If your shoulder measurement is 16, please use 8 for this very measurement. So after that, I'll take the neckline measurement. Basic neckline that I took here is 3/4 by 3/4. You just go ahead and connect it just the way I am doing. You can use your armhole curve or any other curve that you have, but just make sure that it matches properly. Now I'm taking the bust level. I will also take the under bust level and then the front half length. These are the measurements I took right now, and I'll be drawing horizontal lines across the parts. Okay, the line I started from is just a starting point, nothing serious. Okay, with the vertical lines I'm drawing all these horizontal lines from. So having done this, I'll just write bust on the bust and waist. Now the next thing to do is to go ahead and take the bust to bust measurement. The bust to bust measurement of my client is 7, and what I'm marking right here is 3.5. That is 7 divided by 2, and I mark the 3.5 and of course drew a vertical line to connect these points. Now having done this, I'll go ahead and mark the dart, which is ½ inch on both sides to make 1 inch, and I dropped 1 inch from that bust point. I connected the dart leg to this 1 inch drop, just as you have seen right now. So right here, I'll take 3/4 inch from there and quarter from this way. Then I will be connecting this to the waistline. Now from the dart leg, I took 1/4 inch there and I connected to the on the bust tightening. So here I connected straight, to the dart leg. Now I'll be connecting from the bust point to the under bust tightening, just as you can see me do. Okay, using the curve, use your curve rule to do this. So this place that I'm shedding will be going off at the end of this tutorial. The next thing to do is to measure the bust measurement divided by 4. That is what I'm marking right now. If your bust measurement is 40 or the bust measurement of your client, you just go ahead and mark 10. That is 40 divided by 4, that is 10. So that is what gave this vertical line I drew. Now this is the shoulder drop, okay, or shoulder slope, and I'm connecting to the neckline like this. Now the next is the across chest, the drop by 5 inches, and then I'm just extending this line. That's all. Then you come in by 3/4. Now this is what I'm going to use to draw the armhole. The armhole measurement divided by 2. If you are confused at any point, just check the link in the description box. Yeah, I'll be linking the tutorial for basic torso foundation and of course basic bodice block, and in that tutorial you see all of this. It's quite easy to do, but if you have your own method of drawing your armhole, you can go ahead and use that to draw your armhole. But if you want to see this method and how I measure my armhole and all of that, you have to check that tutorial and see it. So here is the side bust dart, and that is the difference between the front and the back half length. That is what forms the side bust dart. This is the neck drop for the front, and it is 4 inches from that basic neckline. But from this starting point, it is 7.5 inches. Okay, so I just marked this point from the beginning to get a straight line for the neckline, because that is what the dress that I am copying looks like. Okay, so just take a point here and take over bust tightening on both sides. I took ½ inch on both sides. You can use inch on both sides if your client is doesn't really have a wide chest. Okay, so having done this, I'll share the shaded part will also be going off at the end of this. Now from that shoulder tip, I came in by about 2 inches to 2.5 inches. Now just draw a vertical line down. This is just to form the off shoulder. With this, I'll be modifying the sleeve of this very dress. Okay, this will be very important while constructing the puff sleeve. So what I did now is the shoulder contouring. I just took 1/2 inch there and took it straight to the end of that shoulder slope. That is what I did here. And having done this, I will go ahead and start with the back pattern. Okay, so now to do the back pattern, I just have to take a level there. I had to ensure that the level I took will also give me the, give me space to measure the exact back half length needed for this tutorial. So I'll just go ahead and repeat the whole process again. Not all of what I did in front, but what I did now is just the shoulder measurement divided by 2, and I marked my vertical line. Okay, now for here I took 1 inch by 3/4 inches. So I'll just go ahead and draw the neckline for the back. So this is what I have for this. I'll go ahead and take my shoulder slope and connect to the neckline. So that is what we do for the back, and from here I will be taking the across back, coming by 1/2 inch. In front I came in by 3/4 inch. So I'll then draw the bust measurement divided by 4 and take the measurements, draw a vertical line just as you can see me do, and then use this to draw the armhole. Armhole measurement divided by 2, that is what I use to mark that, and I'll use my curve to just draw the armhole. That is all. So having done that, the next thing to do is to just go ahead and take the back half length. Okay, so back half length is just 1.5 less than the front half length. Do well to measure yourself or your client and use their exact measurement to draft your pattern. So having done that, that is what we have for the back. I'll just go ahead and do the back tightening. So what I used for the back tightening is 3/4 inch, and from there I measured the waistline divided by 4, and that is what I marked here. And then I'll go ahead and mark the dart intake of 1 inch. Okay, and then I'll connect like this. Now having done this, I'll also go ahead and draw the back tightening. So this part I'm shading now will be going off. That is the back tightening. I'll go ahead and stitch my dart on fabric after cutting. So now this is the level for the front. I'm using the same level I used for front, that is 7.5 for the back, because I want the sleeve to be uniform. I hope you understand. So feel free to do what you please for this, but I want the sleeve to be uniform for both the front and the back. So I ensured that this is really uniform. I took the same 2.5 inches, and now this is the shoulder contouring of 1 inch, the same I did for the front, and here I shaded will be going off. This is to make the shoulder snuggy, though this very tutorial requires elastic on the shoulder. But even if you are doing something that does not require elastic, this is perfect because it will make the shoulder to sit really nicely. It is very important for wide necklines. So what I did now is the waist measurement divided by 4 plus that intake for the front. Okay, that is just what I did. Where I'm shading now will be going off at the end of this tutorial. So this is what I have. I have front and I have back pattern, and that is the sleeve for the back. So it's just to go ahead and cut all of this out and begin the pattern alteration. So go ahead and cut appropriately. So whenever you are using a wide neckline, ensure to do your shoulder tightening and also contour the over bust really nicely to make your garment sit really nice. Guys, if you've not subscribed to my channel at this point, you are wrong. Honestly, you're wrong, because on this channel you're going to learn a whole lot that you will definitely be grateful for. So right now I am just going ahead to cut out everything that I have here. And this is what I have. I'm also cutting out the back. I will also cut out the back tightening. Do well to comment, like, share. Tell me what you think about this. Tell me your own method of doing this. React to this video. It gives me the zeal to do more. Okay, so right now I'm cutting out the whole part that I shaded, because I said during this pattern making that all of these shaded parts will be going off. So just go ahead and also close the side bust that is how to remove that part. Okay, close it up like this and tape it down with the masking tape. So this is the front pattern, and what I cut now is the back pattern. You can see how lovely it is looking, and it is complete. Yes, the upper bodice, the bodice pattern is complete with this. So the next thing to do is just to go ahead and cut this out on fabric. Okay, I'm going to use 1/2 inch on every other part apart from the side, which I'm cutting now, and the zipper area. So all the side seams and the zipper area, I used about 1¼ inches to cut, but every other part is 1/2 inch. So this is the back, and I will go ahead and notch the seam allowance. Tell me what you think about this tutorial, guys. Tell me. I want to read your comments. Okay, ask your questions. Feel free to share, and do not fail to subscribe and turn on your notification bell to be the first to know each time I upload my videos, because they are always easy to understand and of course detailed. So right here, you can see what I'm doing. I'm cutting with the same 1/2 inch as I said, except for the side that I am using 1¼ inches to cut. Every other part is 1/2 inch. So that is what I'm doing right here. Beautiful. For the shoulder part, I will not be cutting it because I will have to alter it right in this tutorial to make the puff sleeve. You will not want to miss that. So stay till the end of this tutorial to see everything I did to draft this pattern. But in my next, I will be showing you what I did to put it together, the kind of interfacing I used, the way, the sewing technique, and everything I did to put this gorgeous dress together. This is all about pattern drafting and cutting this beautiful Caribbean bustier dress with puff sleeve. Okay, so right here is the basic sleeve. I also link how to make this in the description box. This is what I'll be using for the puff sleeve. Okay, so I'll go ahead and take the level that I want. The length of this puff sleeve is simply where you want your length to get to, plus about 2½ inches to form the puffy part of that hem. So this is just slash line that I am drawing. I drew 3 slash lines. Feel free to draw as much as you want or as little as you want. So, but I feel 3 is okay for me. Okay, so I'm just going ahead to cut this out. This with the shoulder that I cut out from the pattern, I'll be using to alter and make the off shoulder puff sleeve. Do not miss any part of this video, because you definitely be learning something new from this tutorial, trust me. So what I did right now is to just use my masking tape and just tape the two of them together. You can see how I taped the shoulder with the basic sleeve. Okay, I ensured that the shoulder is horizontal with the basic sleeve. Okay, is in line with the basic sleeve. Let me put it that way. So right now I'm using my masking tape to tape it down. Also tape this other part. Just go ahead and do yours like this. Take your time and tape it down like this. Okay, this way your raglan will be easy to make, and I feel it's quite easy to also understand this method. There are other ways to make your raglan, yes, but this method is definitely worth it. So after taping it down like this, I'll just go ahead and draw a mini curve there. I'll draw a mini curve there to form the curve of the raglan. You can see what I have already. Take your time and do all of this. You can as well place it and pin it down on another plain paper, plain white paper, and just, draw it out. That is also another method if you don't want to use all of this tape. You can pin the shoulder down, pin the basic sleeve down, and of course, mark or trace where you want. Yes. So I'm extending these slash lines to the shoulder that I just, attached to the basic sleeve. I said I will link the tutorial of this basic sleeve in the description box so that you can see it in case you don't know how to draft a basic sleeve. Okay, so right here is what I have, and I placed my fabric on fold. I'm going ahead to make the pattern of the sleeve. So what I'm doing now is just to go ahead and slash all of this. Okay, you slash and spread as much as you want. Okay, but what I used here is about 1.5 inches for each spread. That is what I used, about 1.5 inches for each spread. Feel free to use what you want, but know that the more the spread, the bigger the puff sleeve, but the smaller the spread, the smaller the puff sleeve. That is just it. And I don't want this puff sleeve to be so big. That is why I use this, and I don't want it to be too small. But if you want yours to be smaller, maybe you use 1 inch spread. Okay, if you want it to be bigger, you can use 2 inches. Okay, here I'm just checking out what the fullness of the puff sleeve will look like. I just want to have an idea. That is why I held it that way. So that is it. This is the pattern, and I have already cut the linings of all of this, the pattern we made earlier, and I've cut the linings of this. I used black lining to make this dress, you can see. Okay, I've cut the lining all of this. Yes, and I've also cut the lining for the sleeve. So I've cut the lining for the sleeve. So the sleeve is 2, and I've cut the lining for the sleeve. So this is what we have for this tutorial. In my next, I will be showing you everything I did to put this dress together. You can see what I did here. This is the front, and I've applied interfacing. I've applied wadding and hasty and all of that. I ensured the wadding did not get to the neckline of that front. This is what I always do to give me a flat neckline. I did the same for the lining. Okay, I put the wadding and put gum stay on the neckline. I also ensured that the wadding of the lining did not get to the neckline. The wadding of the lining is definitely thicker than what I used on the fabric. Yes, it's thicker than what I used on the fabric. And this is what we are going to do in the next tutorial. Okay, this is not part of this tutorial. This is the flare part of this beautiful Caribbean dress. Okay, I'll be putting you through how I formed the flare using a straight grain. I did not cut this flare on a bias grain. Okay, the pocket, how you will make your pocket to be perfect, I treated it in the next tutorial. Okay, because this is already long and I will not want it to be longer than it is already. So just stay tuned, subscribe, turn on your notification bell to be the first to know when I upload this video, because you will be learning a lot from it, trust me. Okay, I do not miss giving value in every of my tutorial. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in my next one. Love you all. Bye.